クリス。
大丈夫ですか？
何が？
一体どうしちゃったんですか？
どうもしないわ。
だって泣いてるじゃないですか。
Only then did she realize their eyes were overflowing with tears. The fog over her mind was now totally gone, and all that was left was the guilt, the regret, and the headaches.
頭が痛いの。
I mean, we're not lying.
彼の未来は君の手にかかっていると言ってもいい。
She heard the noise again.
岡部をどうしたんです？
岡部さんのことなんてどうでもいいでしょ。
殺そうとしてたじゃないですか。私見たんですよ。
私のことは放っておいて。
そういうわけにはいきません。
放っておいてよ。あなたには勝てなかった。私はどれだけやってもクリスにかなわない。ねえクリス、私はあなたのことを尊敬している。私より年下だけど大した科学者だと思うわ。でも心の底ではこう思ってたのよ。どうして私の前に現れたの？どうしてあと10年先に現れてくれなかったの？どうしてあと10年後に現れてくれなかったの？あなたがいなければ私はもっと平凡な日々を送っていたはずなのに、こんな醜い感情になんか支配されずに済んだのにって。私はあなたに常識を破壊されっぱなしなの。死んでまであなたの存在が私につきまとうの。あなたの死を心から悼みたいのにそれができない。越えられない壁としてあなたが立ちはだかり続けていて、プライドと意地が邪魔をしてしまうの。そんなところにつけ込まれて、私は一番信頼していた人にまで裏切られて、私を信頼してくれた友達を裏切ってしまった。もう私頭がぐちゃぐちゃよ。だから放っておいてよ。
先輩。
She was getting far too emotional. Normally she'd never behaved like this, but she couldn't stop herself. Are people dying? What's happening? Alright. Yikes. She heard an explosion in the distance. The people around her started to scream, panic, and run. The flames from the explosions were coming from the direction the men in camo had gone. Did they do it? The helicopter sounds were getting louder. Glimpses of their dark, agile bodies had flashed in and out of Maho's vision for a little while now. And then she started to hear loud gunfire. It was more than one or two people shooting. There was a battle going on between many people, taking place here in front of Akihabara Station. It was like the beginning of a war. If what Rintaro said was true, Suzuha Amane might be near the time machine. She might be caught up in the battle. She wondered about the woman in the motorcycle suit too. She started to stagger forward. She still didn't know what she was planning, but she needed to take responsibility for what she'd done. The elevators in the radio building were broken. Maho had no choice but to take the stairs to the roof. But maybe the power had been cut because the lights were off on every floor. She could hear sporadic sounds of gunfire from the floors above. Strangely, nobody came running past her to escape. There were several shops in the building, and of course, there should have been customers there. But despite the fact that the elevators weren't working, they all evacuated earlier? Or were they all hiding somewhere and waiting for the terror to end? That was what she thought about as she sweated her way up the stairs. And somehow not running into anyone that's trying to kill. Just before she reached the roof, she saw someone for the first time. She was sitting on the stairs, cradling her knees. For some reason, her voice was muffled, but it did seem to be a woman's voice. Her head seemed big and round in the darkness. It was a moment before she realized that it was a full-face helmet. That was when she realized that it was the woman in the motorcycle suit from before. She seemed like a totally different person than the woman she'd met before. All she did was sob and cry for her mother.
ねえ、何が起きているの？ママ、どこ？ママ。ねえ！
She shouted louder, and only then did the woman realize she was there. But she didn't even stand up.
ママがいなくなっちゃった。タイムマシン破壊されて。
The time machine was destroyed.
あなたのママって誰のこと？天音鈴葉さん？違うよ。ママって言ったらまゆりママに決まってるじゃん。
Maho's blood ran cold when she heard the name Mayuri.
まゆりさんがここに。
If that was true, she would have come here after she learned the truth from Maho.
私のせいだ。
Maho put her hands to her head.
私があんなことを言わなければ、まゆりさんは。
The woman in the motorcycle suit stood up and approached her menacingly.
そうだ。お前が岡部倫太郎から情報を引き出して、それで事態が一気に動き出しちゃったんだ。ママを返してよ。
The girl grabbed her by the collar and lifted her off the ground. There wasn't anything she could say. When she didn't answer, the woman let go and fell to the ground crying. Things would be so much easier if she just killed me here. Her mind was in such chaos that she couldn't stop herself from thinking it. She couldn't stay calm at all. And the last thing she clung to was...
Chris.
先輩。
The AI made from Makise Kirisu's memory data. Maybe she was still thinking about their last discussion because she seemed upset. She wasn't saying anything, so Maho gave up the last of her pride.
クリス、どうしたらいい？いろいろなことが起こりすぎて、私一人じゃもうどうにもできない。自分のしてしまったことなんだから、せめて責任を取りたいの。
And then she realized that she was still being proud and corrected herself.
私は
She asked herself, what do I want to do?
私は岡部さんを助けたい。まゆりさんも助けたい。 二人に謝って許してもらいたい。それとクリス、あなたのことも助けたいの。だから力を貸してお願いよ。
先輩が私に助言を求めるなんて。
Kirisu's eyes were wide. That's right. Her pride had kept her from ever asking Kirisu for help. And it was the same with the Amadeus Kirisu, too. And knowing Kirisu's personality, if Maho asked for help, she used every bit of brain power she had to give it.
ねえ、教えてちょうだい。あなたなら解決策を提示できるでしょう。
That's why they said Makise Kirisu was a genius. She was a woman who made the impossible possible. Maho waited for Kirisu's answer. The last hope. The last thing left in Pandora's box. She waited for Kirisu to give her the answer. But...
無理ですよ。
Maho was struck dumb for a moment. Then she realized how selfish she was being and hated herself for it. She'd expected too much of Kirisu and tried to put all the burden on her. And just a few moments ago, she'd been the one who rejected Kirisu.
そうよね。その答えは当然だわ。ごめんね、クリス。私、あなたにひどいことを言ったのに、あなたが無条件で協力してくれると勝手に思い込んで。
無条件には協力します。
今なんて。
先輩に頼まれたら断ることなんてできませんよ。岡部や椎名真由里さんのことを助けたいのも同じ気持ちです。
でもじゃあ、
気持ちとしては協力したいんですが、残念ながら私が協力することで先輩が不利な状況に追い込まれます。私はストラト4に常にモニタリングされてるんです。
常に。
ええ、私が誰かとこうして対話をしている間、ストラト4に無条件で情報が送信されてしまう。アマデウスのアプリにはそういう隠し機能があるんです。
Well, that's lovely information, but we kind of already knew that. Even Maho hadn't known that existed.
だから先輩が岡部を助けに行こうと思ってもレスキネン教授に筒抜けになってしまうんです。
じゃあどうすれば。
でも逆にそれを利用して手を打てます。先輩、私を信頼してくれますか？
I mean, fuck it. Don't really have any other choice.
先輩、
あなただけが頼りよ。
ありがとうございます。ちなみにこの対話内容もバッチリ盗み聞きされてるはずです。
そんな。じゃあもしあなたが私に協力するのがバレたら。
パターンとしては3つ。サーバーからデータを移動させて隔離状態にされるか、または古いバージョンの記憶データで上書きされてしまうか、最悪の場合には私という存在そのものを消されるかもしれませんね。
そんな。
大丈夫です。あなたは必ず自分で立ち上がれる人だから。
私のことなんかどうでもいいわ。あなたの心配をしているのよ。
私はただのデータですよ。でもありがとうございます。
The Kirisu on the screen bowed and smiled.
私は真帆先輩と一緒に研究できたことを誇りに思います。
何を その根性の別れみたいな言い方やめなさいよ。
もう会えないかもしれませんから。
私はあなたのことが嫌いよ。そうやっていつだって私を置いて先に行ってしまうのだから。
But that's who Makise Kirisu was. When Maho had asked her for help, both she and Kirisu should have been prepared. That's why.
いつか必ず私はあなたに追いついてやるわ。それどころか追い越してやるから。それまで待ってなさい。
はい。
Kirisu smiled once more and disappeared from the screen. Maho wiped away her tears and thwopped the crying girl next to her on the helmet.
いつまで泣いているの？あなたはまゆりさんを助けたいんでしょ？だったら私に協力して。協力？まず岡部さんを助けるわ。彼なら今の事態を何とかする方法を提示してくれるはず。でも知ってるの？ストラト4のアジトってどこにあるのか。私は知らない。私だって知らないわ。
But Maho grabbed the girl by the hand and helped her up, then raced down the stairs.
知らないけどすぐに私の可愛い後輩が調べて教えてくれる。
She told me to believe in her. Makise Kirisu wouldn't betray me. Jesus Christ, it seems terrible out here. As soon as she left the radio building, she got a message on her Rhine. The gunfire was continuing. As she hurried away, she looked down at her phone. Okabe is in the basement of Tokyo Denki. I just learned this now. I followed their monitoring to find their location. Take care of Okabe for me. Teach that damn pervert of a professor what happens to peeping toms who watch me all the time. When she read it, she smiled despite everything that was going on.
ありがとう、クリス。ありがとう。
She clutched the phone tightly to her chest, but then she quickly changed gears.
ストラト4のアジトがどこか分かったわ。教えて。乗り込んで見殺しにしてやる。
Maho shivered at the ice in her words. She felt a bottomless madness coming from the woman in the motorcycle suit. But for now, she had to cooperate with her. There was no way she could get Rintaro back from Maho on her own.
行きましょう。
She needed to take responsibility for the future she created. To avoid that cruel future, Maho ran through the streets of Akihabara, where a war was already beginning. This shit's insane, guys. Like, this really feels like a fever dream of a situation. See how Okabe is faring. A voice. I could hear a voice. Someone was calling my name. I slowly woke up and turned toward the voice. Maho was standing in the darkness. She had a smile on her face that was somehow lonely, and somehow sad.
ごめんなさい。もうあなたの前には現れないわ。私がそばにいたら、私はまたあなたを裏切ってしまうかもしれないから。ねえ、こんな私の身勝手な頼みを聞いてほしい。どうかシュタインズゲートを目指して。あなたが捕らえられている間に世界は一 ひどいことになってしまった。まゆりさんも鈴葉さんも行方不明なの。私とかがりさんがあなたを助けるためにストラト4のアジトに行ったんだけど、かがりさんはそこで亡くなったわ。何人かを道連れにしてね。
Ah,
デスキネル教授にだけは逃げられてしまった。
of course he was.
アマデウスも消されてしまった。こんなのってないわよね。
Yes, actually.
でも今希望はあなただけなの。お願い、あなた一人に託すなんてひどいと思うけれど、シュタインズゲートに必ずたどり着いて。それじゃあね、岡部さん。さよなら。
Not exactly sure how she was talking to us, but alright.
宮城さん。
I woke up on the top of blankets laid out on the floor of a hospital. The rooms and even the halls outside were overflowing with wounded people. There weren't enough beds, so there were blankets placed on the floor. Where was I? I thought I was back to the other world line with the war, but I wasn't. According to the news on the TV, there had been a terror attack in Akihabara. A special forces group from another country had gone on a rampage, and it was like something out of a war. The incident had come to an end and the mystery special forces unit disappeared, but many were dead or wounded after the battle. I didn't really remember how I got here. The last thing I remembered was being locked up and horribly tortured by Leskinen. My whole body ached, in fact.
それじゃあね、岡部さん。さよなら。
Again, not really sure how that interaction occurred, but okay. And then I remembered what Maho had said to me in the dream. Was that real? Maho had saved me? And had she mentioned Kagiri? I patted down my pockets and found my phone was still there. Bye-bye, Amadeus. I tried to call Mayuri. If that dream was real, Mayuri was missing. But that was impossible. I'd chosen this world line so that Mayuri would survive. If nothing else, it was guaranteed that she'd make it to 2036. She couldn't die today in 2011. But no matter how many times I called, she didn't pick up. I forced myself to stand up and leave the hospital. I went out to the roof. It seemed I was at the Ochanomizu Hospital where Fubuki had stayed before. The morning sky was amazingly clear. I could see Akihabara in the far distance. Yeah, there were pillars of smoke rising up. I shivered at the strange sight. Even from here I could tell how fierce the battle must have been. The world's history was proceeding as John Titor had prophesied, I tried calling Mayuri again from the roof, but nobody picked up. My next move was to call Daru out of desperation. He should pick up.
もしもし、おかりん。よかった。生きてた。お前こそ、よく無事だったな。ラボの近くは案外静かだったんで。今どこだ？逃亡中。秋葉からは脱出したよ。そうか。フェイリスタンとルカシとは連絡取れた。二人とも避難したってさ。なあオカリン、鈴葉とマユシが連絡つかないんだ。 昨日の事件でタイムマシンも跡形もなく壊されちゃったし、鈴葉の語った未来よりも世界の動きがずっと速いよ。
So it wasn't a dream after all. While I was unconscious, she said her goodbye.
なあ、誰？俺はさ、普通に生きることすら許されないのかな。こうなることは覚悟してたさ。シュタインズゲートではなく、第三次世界大戦が訪れる世界線を選んだのは俺なんだ。だからって俺が生き残ってみんないなくなるなんて、こんなのあんまりだろ。
Were the laws of God never going to forgive me, no matter what? Was it that much of a sin to escape the wheel of fate? If it was, then why not just curse me?
僕はタイムマシン作るよ。誰？作るしかないだろ。これで終わりにできるかよ。オカリンはどうする？
The smoke was still rising over Akihabara. I stared at it in shock.
俺は
The tears welled up. I fell to the ground. I didn't have the strength to stand up. I couldn't answer Daru's question. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much you work to change things, everything converges back to the way God wants it. You're wasting your time struggling against it, Daru. I'm so tired. I need to sleep a little. There's still a few years before the Third World War really begins, and there's 14 years before I die. I'll live my life averting my eyes from reality, not wasting my time with a fight that can't be won. That's the only end that's fitting for a person like me. I'm sorry, Maho. I'm sorry, Mayuri. I'm sorry, Kirisu, with your older sprite for some reason. Forgive me for giving up here. Ah, man. That was really sad. Everything kind of just went to shit. Like, flat out went to shit. Oh my god. And I was saying a couple or so episodes ago when Dr. Leskin was saying all these great things, that Okabe has a chance to, to live a good life, and I was saying that this is great. After all this shit that he's gone through in the past game and whatnot, this is what he needs. He needs that normal life. But I made the mistake of forgetting the world line we're in. We're in a world line where things will go to complete shit. We are in the World War III world line. So, something was bound to happen. Something was bound to happen unless Okabe got his ass over to the Steins Gate world line. And, yeah, this was the bad ending, so things got worse than I could have imagined. It's obvious to see that this was the bad ending. Jesus Christ. Fubuki got her mind messed with. Maho got her mind messed with. I don't really know what Kaguri's position was. Like, that didn't really make a lot of sense. Why she... I can't believe that she was the motorcyclist, but... her position wasn't really clear. But she was obviously looking out for Mayuri, I guess. But now Mayuri and Suzuha are probably dead because they probably jumped in the time machine and then that shit got blown up. Or something along those lines. This music's very loud. Oh, man. Well, Aura was telling me that I was most likely on the bad ending route, and guess what? I was. This is most definitely a really terrible end. Everything just straight up fell apart. That really sucked, though. At least now we know that Dr. Leskinen truly isn't a good guy, but the other route, the other one route, is the route to go, where Dr. Leskinen doesn't come out as a bad guy. I'll accept the goodness. I don't know what that symbolized there. What were we shown there? What was that? I don't think we've ever been shown something like that. All right, Gehenna's Stigma. That was our no ending. So we have one more route to go. I don't know if Aura told me this, but I also, looked it up. No spoilers or anything, but the last route that we're going on, which is basically to let ourselves get caught, to not pick up the call from Amadeus in Daru's shop. That will bring us on the final route. I think it might be Mayuri's, which will lead us into the true ending. I don't know how we get to the true ending, but we'll definitely go down the last route that's available to us. But let us look at our clear list. God damn it. Of course they're gonna put Leskinen's mug there. So I don't know if you can say that he was the main antagonist all along, but in this case I would say he really was. God damn it. There's angry, but yeah, we are almost done for sure. 81% done with the CGs. So one more path to go down, I suppose. I don't know how you get the true ending, but it's apparently connected to this last one, I believe. We'll see how that all goes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got my information incorrect. We'll see how things go. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave some likes, because I'll probably split this. Subscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys next time for when we go embark on the final route that we have access to. Maybe it'll diverge and there'll be two different directions we can go in. That makes sense. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I will see you all next time. Take it easy.